Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Apostate Weekly. I'm your host, James.
And I'm Ryan.
And today we are going to be talking about the big topic that's on all of the witnesses' minds this week and other religions too, because of Easter that has just passed, the memorial and all that. So, with that being said, let's run that intro and get into it. All right.
Morning.
Morning to all the folks that are joining us in the live. So, got a little topic that we were going to discuss this week. Something that's quite insignificant and doesn't mean nothing really.
What? It is the most important topic of the day. What are you talking about?
Oh, you mean the boat crashing into the bridge?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is pretty important.
Yeah. Maybe when the bridge gets rebuilt, we could say it is risen or it is re-erected.
It is resurrected. Yes, please resurrect that bridge.
Erect it.
Res-erect. Oh,
Morning, Mom and Dad.
good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I know this
Thank
is like it's that time of the year where I think a lot of people like J-Dubs get a little antsy because I think the reach out, like that's when they kind of do like their outreach program, if you wish.
Yeah.
Like the J-Dubs, they start to reach out and putting their feelers out and like, oh, do you want to come to the memorial? And they kind of love bomb you a little bit and just say how much they miss you. And it's like, oh, do you really miss me? Do you actually care? Just curious. Oh, happy wowsies.
Yeah, I was just at their house this last weekend and we went up there and celebrated it, and they did a vow ceremony and everything at their Universalist church up there. It was a really nice time.
Wowsies, that's awesome. Congratulations. Happy anniversary. Good for you.
So,
That's surprising, right? Isn't that surprising when especially considering they left a high control religion together?
yes.
That's really phenomenal. They
I
should be
mean,
proud of themselves for that.
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, just in general, how many couples make it that long these days anyways? You know?
Not many. And you know what? That's fine. I'm kind of like, if people change and grow apart, you shouldn't stay together just to stay together. Like that's kind of silly. But the fact that that's what I think is more amazing, that you've been able to grow together all that time and out of a high control religion. Because
Yes.
that takes a lot. That must have been very stressful.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
And especially when you can finally wake your mind up to have all these changes occur and learn what you want out of life and directions you want to go and not be confined to the cult mentality of it. A lot of times people kind of just separate and aren't on the same page. They were only on the same page because of the cult.
Yes. And that's why people think that being religious holds a marriage together, because you're
Yeah.
forced to be compliant with something that maybe you wouldn't normally agree with. That's not a way to, that's like a job.
Yeah.
If you ask me, like, okay, I don't love my job, but I go to my job and I do things that don't really make me happy, but the end result, I get some cash. I don't want to
Let,
be in a marriage like that. You know what I
let me
mean?
ask you, what job do you go to?
Well, I do a lot of other work now.
So, anyways, happy 50th anniversary again, Mom and Dad. I love you. And let's roll on with the show. So, going to talk about the memorial this week, and especially in light of all the new announcements that the governing body had that we talked about on last week's show. The amount of manipulation that is used in the recent update is just insane, because now they want the witnesses to reach out to just fellowship family that aren't apostates, of course, to try to invite them to the memorial or to the meetings. But that's it. You can only have that little tiny bit of conversation with them just to try to lure them back to the Kingdom Hall to reindoctrinate them again.
Yeah, it's just it just looks good on the outside. It's
Yeah.
just meant to seem as though they're softening, but the truth is like the hearts aren't really going to change. You're not changing anybody's heart if you're not instructing them to be a better person. They're just
No,
changing their program of how they operate, that's all.
no, the only people that are actually going to respond to that are the ones who are disfellowshipped, but still believe in the religion and maybe want to crawl back into it. The physically out, but mentally in people.
Mhm.
That's about the only ones it's really going to work with. For those of us who have left and dispelled the religion and dismantled it and deconstructed it, you have no power over us anymore.
Nope. And maybe that's part of their issue is they realize that there's nothing that they can say or do that's gonna change our minds.
Exactly. And that's just the thing right there. They think they can try to change our minds by exactly what she said, that conditional love. Your conditional love is nothing.
No, strings attached is no way to have a relationship. It's not respect. It's just fear-based. You don't really learn to consider the person as a individual themselves. It's just an expectation of how they're supposed to behave, and it's
Yeah.
forced. Nobody I don't know.
And
Ugh,
then of
so
course, with all the new changes that they've made in recently too, like the face of the memorial looks completely different now. When you have brothers with beards, no ties, no jackets, women wearing slacks, just all these little changes are trying to make them look more relaxed and more, hey, we're not such a high control group. You can make your own decisions on these things. But really, did the witnesses actually get to make their own decisions on any of those things?
mm-mm. There's no such thing as informed consent with them.
No, not at all. So it's just it's manipulation to the emptieth degree on everything.
Mhm. Everything is manipulation. Everything's a mind fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and then the
Well,
apostates are the ones who we're the ones who get yelled at on their stupid videos. Now it's all our fault.
yes, it's all our fault. Oh, here we go again. These guys, they keep wanting to try to interrupt the show. We keep telling them, no, you cannot interrupt our show. We're talking about you assholes for a reason. Now do your job and hold up the papers. Oh, they're not listening, Ryan. What are we going to do?
Oops, hold on. I gotta get the camera angle down. Put your hand down. Knock it off. Shh. We're trying to talk here. Keep
Yeah,
quiet.
the adults are talking here.
We have to take them in the back and spank them.
Oh, oh, they didn't like that. They're not into that, I guess.
They're not into spanking. That's a surprise. I thought they'd like it.
I know, right? May, maybe they are, but not by us.
Uh,
It's the
yeah,
apostate
Jonathan.
smackdown.
I like that, Jonathan. I like stupid videos. It's good. None of your videos are stupid.
Oh, we got Ken excited.
Ken is risen.
Ken is risen. Ken risen.
Ken risen. Ken got the riz. He's putting on the riz.
Putting on the riz. So, but I mean, these memorials though, yeah, I didn't realize this until after I left. Do you know what the memorial in general for the non-anointed Jehovah's Witnesses really is?
Mm-mm.
It's really a black mass ceremony.
Oh, that's a good way to
So
look at it.
for those of you who don't know what a black mass is, it's actually the rejection of the bread and the wine that gets passed around. And
Oh, right, yeah.
it's actually a ritual that my friends who go to the Satanic Temple participate in annually.
Yeah, I heard that before. I never really thought about it, but I do wonder, like, did the JWs think about that? Did they realize that it's weird to reject Jesus' body in public? Like, maybe some people would be offended by that.
Yeah. And on top of that, what really gets me with the whole bread and wine ceremony to begin with is it's ritualistic, symbolistic cannibalism.
Well, I like to eat Jesus' body. Nothing wrong with that.
Which part?
Don't you want to know?
Yeah, take, eat. This means my body. Well, which part of your body is this, Jesus? Wouldn't you like to know, Peter?
Well, I bet Peter knows.
Oh, Peter knows which part of Jesus is Peter it is too, I'm sure.
I bet. Yeah, so I think a lot of people are probably in their feels right now.
Spicy Jesus. Yeah.
I'm hungry now that I think about it.
I know, right? I haven't had breakfast yet. And for those of you who don't know, I'm actually not working this week. So I did get up for this morning. So I don't have my usual beer. I have my coffee on me this morning, which is quite weird.
Wow. Yeah, that's a whole different kind of show.
I know, right? You don't get to have me on alcohol today. I mean, what's the deal here?
World runs on alcohol.
Well, I've been traveling this week. I went up to my parents this last weekend for their 50th and then got another trip I'm leaving for today to go up to Philadelphia. So been busy this week.
Nice. It's good to have days off so you can get some shit done and relax.
Oh, I didn't get any shit done. I've been traveling too much.
Well, I mean, that's stuff to do. So,
But anyways, so yeah, it's just crazy. And how also the witnesses have used the memorial for changing the doctrine of the Bible, really, because they have this like two-tier system where you have on the one hand these one special set of people go to heaven, and then on the other hand you have these other people who are getting the earth. But yet, where in the Bible does it actually say all that? If that's what you're wanting to believe in.
wait, what? Believe in what?
Believe in the 144,000
Oh,
only
right,
going
right,
to
right.
heaven.
Yeah, and that's just such a weird, like, what? It's in the Bible once? Or is
Yeah.
it twice?
And
Once?
and
Okay.
even then, if you look at the context, which is something the governing body doesn't know how
Always
to do
do.
apparently,
They always look at the context.
in that scripture in Revelation where it talks about the 144,000, it then goes on to list out of every tribe of Judah, the 12 tribes, and how it has 12,000 out of each tribe. And technically, the 144,000 number was filled up already. It means absolutely nothing for anybody after that.
It doesn't like, it's so weird to just take one random scripture in the Bible and build a whole theological belief, like a doctrine out of it. I don't I mean, but that's what every, like, doctrine is. I mean, there's some that have a few scriptures that they've pulled together, but many of them are just that one single solitary scripture, and it really could be taken in many different ways, and I definitely don't think that God literally has a 140, like, it just has to be that number. Like, what, does God have OCD? Like, you're so weird with how, like, that people put so much belief in what some weird dude wrote who was probably tripping off mushrooms at, like, in the 2nd century.
I like this question, Scott.
Oh,
I I think I
that's a
would
good
use the
question.
Song of Solomon.
That's a really good that's actually probably one of the better, like, books to pick. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know, I might, like, do something like Psalms. I love the Psalms. I think Psalms has some really good shit in there, and it also has, like, a lot of the polytheist stuff that I dig. So I'd probably be, like, a Psalm person. Find something in there.
Come get you some.
Yeah, come get your Psalm. Get your Psalm on. Hi, Pickle.
But I mean, again, talking about the cherry picking of scripture, like there's the one that they used for the faithful and discreet slave one in Matthew to claim their governing body status, which governing bodies nowhere in the Bible.
Oh, right, it doesn't even say governing
Faithful and
body.
discreet slave is one scripture, has absolutely nothing to do with a group of leaders in New York running a cult in the 20th and 21st century.
Mm. It's all just manipulating and twisting. I mean, that's what every single solitary religion does, is take the narrative of a scripture and change it.
Exactly, Scott. You could have a romantic cult on Solomon and Psalms.
You could, or sex cult, like, I mean,
And
there's a
there are those out there too.
and they probably do use that poetry.
I forget the name of the show. There was this show on Netflix about this sex cult that somebody was running. It was really weird, all the stuff they had people do. Like, I'm not going to get into it on this show, but like really creepy.
But it just makes you wonder, like, what is it that you are searching for, that is where you end up?
Yeah.
What is it that you're lacking in your life that I don't know, that is the way that you feel God is coming to you, coming in you? It's just I don't know, I feel like it's strange. I feel like if you're gonna find God, it's probably gonna be because, I don't know, it reaches out to you and you feel it, not somebody telling you, like, I don't know. So weird. People Humans are just interesting.
No, it wasn't that one. That was actually Nixium, Left-Handed Jedi. That's the one where they actually Nixium was the one where they branded the women with like a cattle prod of the leader's initials. This other one, I can't remember the name of it, but it was just as creepy. Some of the stuff they did, like I said, I don't want to get into it on the show because it's just too. It's it's I don't know if I want to say it's as bad as the uh Nixium or not. That they're both just as bad. So it it was just a different brand of bad.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all just a different brand of
How many sex cults do I follow? As of right now, just the two.
only
So,
2.
oh yes, absolutely,
Oh,
100%.
it might be the Children of God. I know that they did stuff like that too.
No, it wasn't that. Oh,
Okay.
I know it wasn't that. I just can't remember it. If maybe I can try to look it up. I don't know. Let's see.
Probably several of them. Truly.
Let's see here. See if I No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. God, there's a lot of these. I just put Googled sex cult show on Netflix and I had like a whole bunch pop up. Holy crap.
I don't know. I saw a video by JW something, and they said that supposedly there's going to be changes in the next 10 years. Have y'all heard this? Like over the next 10 years they're going to phase out like the
Oh, oh
convention
yeah.
or something.
They do have that. Oh, I've been hearing their 10-year plan. Now, how true that is or not, I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
know.
right. Like does anybody have any clue of who this person is who's telling us this, and does it seem legit?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. It's got to be costing them money, and if right now they're bleeding, unless people are donating a ish ton during these conventions, it might just be too much of a cost for them.
Well, yeah. I mean, those conventions and assemblies were money grabbers for them because they would, if you remember at the beginning of the convention or assembly, they would always have a deficit. And then
Oh god, yeah.
as
When they
so
read the
it,
numbers.
yeah. And so that would, you know, in essence, coerce people to put money into the donation box.
Right.
And then by the end of the convention, they would get the money and, thank you. Now we have enough and we have a surplus. And so where does the extra money go then?
Yeah. Oh, the
Hey,
rest
good morning,
goes to
Victoria.
they say don't they say like the rest goes to help da 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 the worldwide work or something?
Yeah. And it was just always such a money grab. And like from some of the numbers I've heard before, they were making money hand over fist when it came to this. Because think about it. All the witnesses did all the cleaning and maintenance of the facility if they rented one. So they didn't have to pay for that. They didn't the only thing they had to really pay for was the facility. And
Mhm.
once you pay that fee, you are pretty much in the clear of everything else.
I
And
wonder
as
how
long
much
as it's
they
clean
cost.
and left the way it was when you found it, basically, you get all your deposits back and any money donated on top of the fee of the hall is just making money hand over fist.
So
Because
how much do you think it costs to rent out a convention center? I have no idea
I have no clue.
because I imagine I mean, especially if they're doing it over a 3-day period. Now here's the thing. I bet that a lot of times they probably get discounts because I don't know if we talked about this before, but the money that the conventions bring to local areas,
Hmm.
like it helps local businesses because you got a influx of JWs in town for a few days,
Yeah.
going out to dinner or whatever. Um, so I bet that there's a possibility that they get some kind of blowback. I don't know what the hell you call that, but insider deal with people. And especially, because they just have that appeal of good Christian people who are just going to clean things up and they're not going to run amok when they're in the town. You always get told of like at least I did sometimes like at the hotels, like if people were having too much fun, that you'd be condemned in one of the meetings afterwards, oh, we heard that some of the families might have been staying up a little later. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Let
Yeah.
people have fun. Just because they're at a convention doesn't mean when they get to the hotel they can't stay up till 12 if they want to. That is their choice.
And Victoria says they got the convention and assembly sites at a discount because we all did the cleaning.
Right.
Yeah.
We do everything start
Yeah.
to finish. They'd always say, I remember that was like one of the biggest brags is that we leave things cleaner than when we got there.
Yeah.
And that was just always like, yeah, the Jehovah's Witnesses, that's what we do. Oh, look at all these people cleaning up after the assembly, picking up, any trash and sweeping. Like, oh, they're such good people, bitch. They're working. They're on the
Yeah.
clock. They're not getting
And,
paid, but the J-Dubs just made some cash.
and to have to do all that cleaning and stuff in your nice clothes. You know? I mean, oh, absolutely, Eric. I definitely remember the food.
Oh, yeah. I used to,
Yes.
at one convention center that I used to go to as a kid, um, we this was, like, way back in the day, but, we would make the sandwiches and wrap them, and, then they'd have tickets. There'd be little tear-off tickets that you'd, like, purchase, and then that's what I don't know why they did that. They made you purchase tickets, but I remember those days, and the cheese Danish, everybody knows about that cheese Danish in the little container
Sorry,
with juice.
I'm Team Apple.
Oh, you like the apple Danish?
I
Did they
like
have
the apple
apple? Was it
Danish.
apple and cheese? Is that what the choices
Yeah,
were?
yeah. Apple Danish, cheese Danish, and Eric mentioned the roast beef sandwiches. Those were always good.
The
The
pudding,
Shasta
chocolate milk,
soda,
yep.
the puddings. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, Shasta. Shasta. Okay. Tab. We used to have Tab as also.
oh yeah,
Tab soda. I don't know if y'all remember that. Tab soda.
maybe you were running up to Tab.
Yeah, I had my tickets. I was selling tickets on the side.
There you go. Somebody was probably hustling tickets on the side somewhere.
I do feel like I remember people, like, towards the end of the day, like, giving them out, like, if they didn't get, like, a sandwich or something. I don't know. Oh, the frozen OJ. Y'all, that was, like, the best freaking treat, the frozen OJ. And you know what I hated? What I hate is the fact that, like, you had to eat in the dining hall, like, like at your home, you sit in front of the
Yeah,
TV. You couldn't snack and watch
I
the
know.
governing body or the brothers talk. Like, damn, make it enjoyable.
Well, I mean, at the assembly halls that we had, that I remember, we had the dining room that we had to only eat in. But then, like the convention halls that we rented, you had to bring your lunch anyway. So you could, of course, after they got rid of the, you know, food service, you know, you were able to then bring snacks in and eat them at your seat during the program. So that made things a little better in that respect,
Yeah.
rather than having to wait till noon. But
Yeah. But it's just weird that like, I totally get that if you have a program, you should, um,
but I
have
mean,
things timed, but people have diabetes, people have like, there's so many reasons that things don't have to be as structured as you have them, especially when you're
oh yeah,
inconveniencing somebody for 6 hours of their day. Let them eat when they effing want to, according to their health, according to their physical needs. Like, come on,
exactly.
it's weird. The
But I mean,
control is so weird.
if you think about it, if they went and ordered all this food to have delivered to these convention halls and assembly halls every time, all the money and time that involved. So by doing that, they eliminated those funds to have to separate for the convention. So they saved money there. Hence why
Right.
they got rid of it. So now you bring your own food, and now you have to sit, especially if you're a brother who did it, have to sit in there and pay attention more to the programs than you did before, because now you don't have assignments to go to do the food and all that, you know. So now if you want to do something during the convention, you have to be an attendant or somebody in that kind of a status to be able to get up and do something. So it's just all control and, making you sit there for the propaganda more.
Fucking the compassionate apostate. Wait, no, the wrong.
Yeah.
Everything has to be modest, y'all. The way you
Yes.
dress, your food intake, your sleep should be modest. You don't want to.
No footlongs for lunch.
No, honestly, and you really shouldn't be eating bananas. I'm surprised that they haven't told, like, the women they shouldn't eat bananas because that could be suggestive.
Or
And
the in the closet men.
if thank you, like, it's disrespectful that you could possibly turn me on accidentally.
Yeah. And no peaches for the brothers. No eggplants.
But seriously, you could honestly do that That's why it makes no sense to be so hypercritical of people's behaviors, because we could do that. I wouldn't be surprised if, they sold bananas at a convention and then, the next week they had to tell the brothers. I mean, they had to tell everybody no more bananas because brothers were getting boners. I'm gonna have to just make a meme of us just holding corn. All right. Next show. Oh my God. It's making me cry this morning. Drinking through a straw. No more drinking through a.
Those seductive straws. How dare they?
Oh my gosh. Like all the things that could be radicalized if you really wanted to go down that rabbit hole. Thank goodness they're relaxing.
I want to go down that hole.
Yeah, well, we might force you down the hole. I don't know if we have any. I don't know if we have a choice. Fruit salad. I'll go to the assemblies if they start serving fruit salad. Oh, Ken, you dirty little birdie, and I like it.
This is funny too. Oh my God, as a XJW diabetic, I had to sneak to the back room of the hall and eat my snack in the dark under a table. Wait, what? A banana boner?
No, but you guys really think about it. There's so many people who have, and even if it's not diabetes, some people just get weak when their blood sugar gets low. They get cranky.
Oh yeah,
I mean
I'm that way.
Yeah, and if you're in the chair eating a candy bar, people look at you funny.
Do that again in the chair eating a candy bar.
I don't know why they get so upset about it. I'm just eating a candy bar.
Oh wait, I think they got a question about the fruit.
Oh, they have a question. They said, can we have tossed salad? It's finger licking. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know what's happening. We give no structure for the show today, and this is how it goes down.
I know, right?
Yeah, right. I get hangry. I do get hangry. I'm that kind of person. I don't get mean to people, but I'm just kind of like, don't bother me until I can eat.
Oh, I get mean to people I'm closer to. But if I'm out in public, I'll still be nice to you even though I'm hungry.
James is like, I'm going to tell you how it really is. I'll pretend I'm all right. I'm putting my mask on. But honestly, I'm hungry as fuck. All
right. Well, now with all that food talk, I don't know whether I'm hungry or horny. It's kind of a mix.
Why? Because Jesus is risen?
Jesus is risen.
I mean, if he's coming back, he might as well come back all the way, bro. It's been
I know, right?
Years,
he might as well finish the job.
And the thing is he does this every year. Isn't he tired of it yet?
I don't know. But
you want to do this for fucking 20,000 years, bro? Come back. Is that really how you saw this going?
I mean, I think it's kind of a good idea too, though. Hey, I need a break every year. I'm just going to tell everybody I died. And then, hey, I miraculously came back. And then I'm not accountable for those 3 days that I'm gone. I can do whatever I want. A question about the fruit. What? You have a name, James. Are you naming the fruit James or something? I'm kind of confused on that comment.
We're calling him a fruit is what he's saying jokingly. He's the fruit. He has a name, James.
I thought he was naming his fruit James now.
No, he's saying, I have a name, James. I'm not a fruit. Yeah, I don't necessarily see a problem with the sex. You know, that would honestly, I wouldn't. I would join a sex cult, like if I wasn't married. Like I could do that. That'd probably be pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, as long as it wasn't like too hardcore.
Hey, Infidel, I haven't seen you for a
I
long
know,
time,
dude.
man.
Like, where the f you been? He's always on Twitter. He got that Twitter on lockdown.
Did I don't know if he's off Twitter or not. I haven't seen him on Twitter in forever though.
Oh, Infidel, are you off Twitter as well? Are you?
Yeah.
I haven't really been paying attention to Twitter like I usually do as well. Under what context would you join a sex cult? Just have sex with different people
Consensually.
consensually. Because like if you're in a sex cult, that's what the acceptable thing to do is, right? It's just like
Yeah.
when you're a Christian, the acceptable thing is you're allowed to commit genocide. Like there's certain things you're allowed to do in certain religions because it's God, like divinely approved. So if it's divinely approved that I can fucking have a good time, like why would you not want to do that? As long as you're protecting, it's consensual.
Damn, I didn't know that. So if you want, Infidel, you could put where else we can find you and follow you in the
Yeah.
comments, and I'll put it up there for everybody.
Did they ban you or you just decided to jump shit? Well, true. Yeah. I don't have to join a sex cult for consensual sex. That's true. I probably could just find that wherever. I don't need it. I'm fine. But I was just saying.
I know, right? I mean, but the problem is though, anytime you put the term cult into something, that's where it becomes the problem.
Yeah, it has a negative connotation, and honestly, like all religions are pretty much cults. It's fine. It's just a word. It's really just a word, and that's what religions used to be called, as cults. It was no slight. Now we've put a slight to it.
And for those of you who want to talk about sex cults even more and are not part of our Discord, please come join our Discord. Link is in the comments below.
It's not a sex group. Okay, sex priority group. You know what? See, your brain is just
Well,
it's
see,
on 10.
he's got that creative mind though. Scott does,
He
because
does.
he's a filmmaker and he has to have that constantly creative mind. So
He
you
does.
know,
And he's well spoken, he's eloquent, thoughtful about like the words he chooses, which I'm not. So oh, permanently banned. I'd be there. Oh,
Blue
damn.
Sky, Discord, and YouTube soon. Well, feel free to drop your Discord link, and I'd like to join in that with you and in your Discord. And if you want, feel free to join us in ours as well in the Apostate Coalition.
Yeah, join us. And you're always more than welcome to make content with us. You don't have to make for us, but with us
Right.
on the AC channel. Like if there's anything that you want to put on there, if you think it will help boost the J-dubs, etc. Yeah, join the disc cult.
The disc cult, yeah.
No, you're awesome, dude. Seriously, we really appreciate people who are like go-getters out there.
I don't think
the good word.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Infidel. You are not an ex-Jehovah Witness, though. You were from another religion.
I would think from a different. Why did I think?
Yeah.
Why did I think he was a J-dub? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe the profile picture. I don't know. You're just judging a book by its cover.
I must have judged you. Yeah, but our Discord isn't just for J-dubs. It's really for anybody who's suffered from religious trauma of any sort.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even have to, but likely you probably have.
But with all that being said, we kind of got off topic for the last 20 minutes or so.
It's difficult just to only focus on Jesus.
Yeah, it is. I
You'd
mean,
think it would be easier.
if Jesus was the real reason for the season.
So wait, Easter is coming or Easter's past now?
I think Easter was past now.
See, that's the funny thing about being a JW. I'm oblivious to holidays. Like Mother's Day will pass, Father's Day, and I'm like, oopies.
Yeah. Let's see here. Easter 2024. Oh, it's this coming Sunday. Sunday, March 31st.
Okay, so Jesus is not quite risen. He's like half baked dough. He's just got a baby boner, just a little Just a whittle, just a whittle. Boop, boop, boop.
But with the Jewish calendar and nice and 14 for the witnesses, they
Right.
totally blew it on the
Yes.
date because it's like next month sometime
Isn't
in
that so
reality.
funny? Like, how can you get the Jew like, you can Google a Jewish calendar, like, hello for Jewish calendar 2024. It's pretty remarkable how easily accessible this information is, and you get it wrong. So,
Yeah.
did they intentionally this is what I don't understand. Did you intentionally get it wrong? And, like, why? Is it to make more, like, hubbub? You know what I'm saying? Like, hullabaloo? I don't know. Oh, Raisin a
Oh,
Reaver.
wow. Yeah.
Oh my Jesus Christ, Infidel. Well, I'll be goddamned.
Well,
Now
please
that's a
reach
mind
out to
fuck.
me if you can, if you find me Infidel, and I'd love to have you on the channel and interview you and
Yeah,
hear
that'd be
all
awesome.
about that story. So, I'm in the Discord with the Apostate Coalition as well. I'm easy to find on Facebook, James Winter. So, you know, all those things.
Okay, Good Fridays, okay. Oh, yeah, you know what? Honestly, we should probably do some kind of, like, class. That would be nice, like, even just in the Discord to kinda talk about, like, how to run a channel, how to make just simple things that maybe we take for granted because we've kind of fumbled through and figured them out.
Well, actually, that is one of the things that, if you remember the video I did with Scott a couple weeks ago,
Mhm.
that's what it was all about, was how to do activism and,
Right.
things like that. So helping others learn how to use the technology, who those who have it down to be teachers in it and help others with channels and things like that. So that invitation absolutely is open to, if reach out to me, reach out to those of us who run these channels. We'll be happy to help you out in any way we can to get up and running, or whatever you might need, or anything really. There's a lot of people who have a lot of different talents out there that are in this community. I mean, right here, we got a freaking filmmaker here in the comments.
Yeah, hey, right? Like,
You know,
hello.
I
Yeah,
mean, he's one of two of my friends that I have that are filmmakers. So
I like your demons. Your demons and my demons should have a play date.
so
Oh, what was released on Amazon? The
oh, his
movie?
your
Book?
movie, what, right? Witness Underground was released on Amazon yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Like, there's some things, like, I'm pretty good at, but definitely not everything.
Well, by rule of thumb, Infidel, just join the Discord group and go into the general chat, and that's where everybody usually is. And if you just stay in that one room, you'll be okay. So
Oh
that's
my
awesome,
god.
Scott. I'm so glad your documentary is on a bigger platform. So keep up the good work, man. Keep getting it out there. So that is fantastic.
That's amazing. That's awesome. I'll have to make sure I check it out. Right.
So, anyways, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut the show short, which actually not really short because we're going way over here. But with that being said, I hope everybody has a great week. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to keep all the laughter and fun going. We will be back next week, and we will see you all next week. So have a great week, y'all, and behave or
Yeah.
not.
Or not. Apostate your way.
Apostate your way. Listen, obey, and be blessed.
Have a good one, y'all. We'll see you in the Discord.
All right. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.